Bernie and friends, he'll invite you right in. Maybe he will invite you over for a huge political discussion. Bernie and friends, it's a revolution. $27 individual donors, democratic socialism. Grassroots movements, free college for students, a future to believe in. Welcome you to Bernie and Friends.
Hello, and welcome to Bernie and Friends. Tonight, we will be bringing the Democratic and Republican frontrunners onto the stage for a debate simulation. A look into what we might expect if these two candidates made it to the general election. Now, I will ask each candidate a series of questions that I believe is essential to the opinions of the American people. Wherever that takes us is a completely different thing. I cannot control the behavior of these candidates. All I can do is ask them how they are going to lead this country with everything we already know about them. So without further ado, let's head over to the stage and get started. Good evening, gentlemen, and thank you for being here tonight. It takes a lot of courage to discuss all the humiliating things that come to light when either of you speak. Now, if you are uncomfortable answering any of the questions, then I suggest you remember the office that you are running for and all the uncomfortable situations you will face. Now, with that said, let's start with you, Biden. And thank you for participating tonight.
Well, thanks for having me, Bernie. You know, it takes a lot of courage for you to put me up here in this position and not yourself. And I appreciate the opportunity.
You are welcome, Biden. Now, a real general question here. But I want to know what is one of the first things that you will change if you become president?
Well, the first thing he should change is his underwear or diaper.
Nobody asked you a question yet. Now shut your damn mouth. Till it's your turn, okay?
Jeez.
Go ahead, Joe.
Can you believe this guy? Wow. So, to answer your question, Bernie, one of the first things I would do as president is tear down that wall that he has dividing us and the good Mexican people.
You won't touch my wall. You wouldn't dare.
Trump, that wall just got 10 feet lower.
It did not. Higher.
Lower.
Higher.
Higher. Trump, I didn't know you did that. I thought you only fired. It's going lower.
Speaking of going lower, how is Hunter spending his billions these days?
How dare you bring my son into this campaign?
I didn't bring him into it. He brought himself into it when he got all that money from me, Crane.
All right, you two. That's enough. I haven't even asked any questions yet. Now, this next question is for you, Trump. Now, do you have anything planned for healthcare yet?
Healthcare? Oh, I have wonderful healthcare. The best, absolutely magnificent, keeps me very healthy. Doctors say I'm in tip-top condition and ready to run.
Not healthcare for you. I'm talking about the American people.
Who? The American people? Many, many, many Americans have health insurance. Some as good as mine. And you can keep your doctor.
Oh, boy. Okay, over to you, Biden. Now, people have called you a flip-flopper on issues. What do you tell voters that would make them understand that this is sometimes required?
Bernie, you are right. People do say that about me, and I say, folks, you have to understand everything that's in a bill.
Please. The only bill you're sniffing up on is Clinton kind. Everybody knows the vice president doesn't do anything. Look at Mike Pence. Anytime I tell him anything, he just stands there and looks concerned. That's why I use Rudy as my advice president from time to time.
Bill Clinton? That's absolutely ridiculous, Trump. Kind of like calling a foreign country to dig up dirt on your opponent and coming up empty-handed, huh?
Fake news, and nothing but a witch hunt. Presidential harassment from the do-nothing Democrats, while I have to worry about natural disasters like this one, which was a close call, very close call. But the fake media didn't want to listen. Next time, I evacuate the whole state of Alabama.
Now come on, Trump. You have fired many people in your life. Sometimes what comes around goes around doesn't necessarily mean you're being hunted by government workers.
True, Bernie, and I think a lot of us would like to know how you think you're going to win a campaign while trying not to be impeached.
Impeached? For what? You know what? Forget that. I'll let you ask the appropriate person for that. My lawyer and advice president, Mr. Rudy Giuliani. Come on out here, Rudy.
Gentlemen, good evening, and it's good to be here. It seems as though my client is in need of some legal help, and you know what? I'm always there for him. My loyalty is beyond what any of you think it is for the President of the United States.
Well, we couldn't agree more with you, Rudy. Your loyalty to your friend Trump is making some of us think it's of a sexual nature.
Sexual nature? Who thinks that? More fake news. I should be able to meet my accuser. Did you say anything?
I didn't say anything. Well, I'll be damned. Bernie, I think these two are having sex.
Is this true, Trump? Are you and Rudy having sex?
What? No. Seriously, never. I mean, no. Oh, and he's not my type. You know, but I could tell you who is my type.
Oh, let me guess, Trump. Stormy Daniels, maybe? In fact, why don't you come clean with that and tell us what really happened?
Stormy. Stormy. Yeah, big chest, very blonde, very hot. You boys really think you can handle even a story of one of my wild nights with her?
Of course we can, Trump. Take your time and elaborate. We'd like to know.
Well, it all began because I was a super fan of Stormy's movies. I seen them all. And the only thing that wasn't in my collection was our own movie. So I asked Rudy, why don't you give her a call for me? And he did, and I told her to meet me in room 45 of my Trump Plaza. When she got there, her hair was blonde. Her chest was big. Of course, when she came in the room, I was totally ready. You know, I was about ready to show her everything I've learned from her movies. Stormy! I can't quite believe you're here. Frankly, I've been waiting for this moment for so long. I've seen all your movies at least 5 times. My right hand has more calluses than an automotive mechanic. See?
Oh, God, yeah. Mr. Trump, you should have called me months ago. I've been looking for work since my last movie 10 years ago, The Perfect Stormy.
What? I tried to contact you at least 3 times, but Rudy told me your number was disconnected every time.
Oh, you mean Mr. Giuliani? Oh, me and Mr. G. Oh, we go way back. Mr. G and I have been working together for at least the last 3 months. But it was never anything as big as this.
What? You mean to tell me you and Rudy have been seeing each other?
Oh, God, yeah. Froaties. Little roadies, Froaties, my little Frankfurter. But let's not talk about him right now. you and I have some business of our own. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, la-do-do-do-do, la-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Oh,
Oh, that's right, Stormy. Oh, you have a grabby right there. Oh, yeah. How's that feel?
oh, yeah, big
I
boy.
love it. Frankly, I knew you would. It's fantastic, isn't it? It's so
Oh,
fantastic.
God, yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, God, yeah.
I'm unbelievable. I'm unbelievable, Stormy. How do you love me? Do you love me? How do you like it? Do you love me? I'm so good. I'm so good. Oh, Donald. 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 Donald.
Oh, what is that? Oh, oh, God.
Oh, Donald. Donald.
Hey, you should stop now. You're getting a little too into this.
What? What? Yes, back to the debate.
Trump, I hate to say this to you, but I think you just debated in your pants.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This is killing me. Debate over.
Oh, what? Where? No. Fake news. Fake news. Fake
No, if you
news.
Let me just step Jesus.
Bernie and Friends. Bernie, welcome to Bernie and Bernie. Welcome to Bernie and Bernie. Welcome to Bernie and Friends. Bernie and Friends.